Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.
Ahoy there, mateys, and welcome back to the panel. It is 2-0 in this best of 5, and that means that Vici Gaming, I almost said Liquid there. It was almost a Freudian slip. Vici Gaming, they are 1 win away from taking first place at this minor.
Pretty expected, actually. 2-0.
Yeah, we were all saying, you know.
Liquid's not a very good team.
Maybe Liquid will be able to take a game this series. I don't know, right?
Wasn't the other way around.
That how we opened this panel?
I don't think
that CK was disgusting.
I don't think anyone expected it to be 2-0. I mean, Liquid can still make it. They're Liquid,
Yeah,
but
they
Vici Gaming looks so strong this tournament so far. I guess for a reason. Once again, Young 11 and Paparazzi, as you said, CK, just literally disgusting. That triple kill in 3 seconds.
Yeah, that reality rift, just surrounding the enemies with all those illusions. Like, you literally can't move. You just sit there and die, resign to your own death. You might as well just get up and walk away. But they didn't really have very good answers for the CK, and we talked about that pre-game, right? They don't have the heroes technically for CK, but CK is kind of one of those heroes who can kind of kite around a little bit sometimes, or especially with the Nature's Prophet Mind Control, did an amazing job split pushing. Wasn't enough to got that early melee racks in the bot lane, but wasn't able to do much more than that, unfortunately, for Liquid fans out there.
I think they kind of threw the game after second Roshan when Miracle had that Aegis. Kind of alone. They're just blinking, dying twice. After that good start, also I think he could have gone for Battle Fury instead. He could have had more items. He ended up with 5 items only.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting build for Miracle. Like we saw the Battle Fury queued up, and then he went back for the Desolator, and then he had to buy the BKB, and then he went for the Battle Fury.
He needed Battle Fury at one point eventually, but if you go for it first, it's more costly than Deso, but still you need to have it.
Yeah,
that could be a little difference. Also, he got caught a couple of times as well.
I mean, usually I don't typically look at scores that often, but Kuroki and GH together 2 and 30.
30 deaths, 2 kills on those supports.
I'm not saying they didn't play well. They definitely created a lot of space, especially in that top lane when they were kiting around CK, who was trying to TP back to base, and that allowed them to get the melee racks. But that is a lot of deaths.
That's a lot of that's a lot of gold. It's a lot of experience going to that other team.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, they got some kills early on, but it was a tri lane, so they didn't share too much XP. They actually shared all of the XP, and GH and Kuro were level 6 or 7 at 15, 17 minutes, which is not acceptable.
Yeah. Very tough game for Liquid. It felt like a lot of those team fights, Vici just had more options, right? More stuns, more controls, slightly beefier heroes, and these long, drawn-out engagements more often than not just ended in favor. It was either a break-even or in favor of Vici. There weren't too many moments where it seemed like, oh, Liquid won that fight, they're going to start to get some momentum. It was always running from one fire to another with a bucket of water.
Yeah, we focus a lot on Paparazzi, but Fenrir, I thought his Bane was exceptional. He would kite around a lot using that Glimmer Cape to the highest ability to be able to actually get things off and stay in the back. Didn't really get killed. I mean, 5 deaths in a game like this is very impressive for position 5.
There is
a lot of the damage, those Paparazzi.
One item I really want to highlight.
Please.
Aeon Disc on Young 11. Brewmaster, right? That one makes a lot of sense.
It does make a lot
All
of
about
sense.
getting the split. You get initiated on, gives you that window so you can jam R and get into that primal split.
It dispels you as well, right?
Yes.
So if you're silenced and you initiate, it's actually a perfect
item. Better than Lotus Orb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 90% sure it has a dispel.
In
I
one
said
way.
that very confidently, and now I'm second-guessing myself.
No, I think I assumed it was, but I wasn't 100% sure. There's so many freaking items in the game.
Yeah, the new items are hard to follow. But, you know, we were just talking about different examples. You know, you referenced like the Shadow Demon, those key supports, the Dazzle, but I think Brewmaster fits the bill perfectly for an item like that.
I was expecting one more defensive item on him. He went for Midas, more towards a late game build that he can actually scale, because both Matumba Man and Mind Control went for Orchid first item, so 2 silences is more than enough to control that brew. Yeah. I also love that play when they were hiding in the forest. Just 1 silence on the Bane, 1 on the, was it Panda?
Yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think you do. We looked at each other and smiled.
Oh, I thought you meant something else. My bad.
Oh my.
Guess I'm sleeping alone tonight.
But, yeah, the support Leshrac, it worked out pretty well. That was a little curveball. Most of that draft, we expected it to be a core Lesh, and, of course, it was Lanham that played it. Ended up getting a fair bit of farm, and towards the end, Shiva's BKB was working on the Octarine core. And the support Lesh may be showing some viability.
I think a lot of it has to do with the Nightmare, though. Like,
Sure.
I don't know if you can get away with a support Lesh. I mean, obviously, depending on lineup, but the Bane certainly helps a lot to be able to set up that horrendously long cast animation. I mean, that thing, you might as well go get popcorn while you're casting it. Like, it is insane. Yeah. But, yeah, he did quite well.
All right, well, we've got a replay to take a look at. A lot of action in that game. Let's relive some of the madness. What do we have here, boys? Is that 27 minutes in? Anybody remember
That
what
is
happened?
37 minutes in.
37.
I think. It's hard to see from here.
Which fight was this?
Well, Bruce split. GH dies right off the bat, so it's actually the CK is already dead in this clip, so 4v3 advantage for Vici Gaming technically without their position 1.
Yeah, PA was already dead. Matumba Man on the Queen of Pain did get a lot of work in this
He's
game.
just going to TP out to profit, right?
Wasn't quite enough, though.
Not the best replay. I don't think anything happened here anymore.
Oh, something's going to happen, I'm sure.
Just you wait,
We'll see
Lacoste. The
Just
turn
watch
is
Matumba
coming.
Man. The Nightmare. This is the Rax.
Whoa! Whoa!
This is the Rax.
CK buyback, that's it.
Well, I'm not sure if you guys were aware of what Nature's Prophet likes to do, but it's a lot of split push. He did end up getting a refresher orb that game, which is sort of surprising. But, yeah, that was the early barracks kill.
Yeah, CK
from
tried to
Liquid.
defend, but he just clicks one target at a time. You know, you can't do much against those treants.
I think that's the triple kill in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, this
After
one's gonna be
Manta, I
pretty
think
dirty.
they had a time to silence him.
Oh my God! Look at this.
I couldn't find the target.
It's actually so sickening.
The burst is just absurd.
You know, CK is a pretty cool hero, though. I don't mind him being very strong. Cool hero to watch.
And he is punishable, right? He's got this reputation of being a hero that doesn't play super well from behind, can't really flash farm, so it does require a certain kind of tempo lineup to make it work.
Yeah, I think AA is an amazing pick against it, but this was what pick was CK this game?
That was a 5th pick, last pick from Vici.
Kind of hard to counteract that.
I mean, that tends to be where CK pops out, right? That's sort of been his MO for the last couple years, that niche 5th pick when you don't have a good counter to deal with the illusions.
How'd you guys like the refresher on mind control, trying for the ultra split push with the double ult, double tree?
It's an all-in. You gotta try something. Go for, I don't know, this or AC, or just try to split push 2 lanes at a time. There's a desperation at the moment.
Yeah. Still an impressive showing, though. I think CK getting a lot of merit and something that teams are going to be very wary of moving forward.
Yeah, also that one fight when Miracle came back into CK who popped ulti, he had a BKB ready. I think CK was already level 20. BKB.
Yeah, that's the one where he died with
reality
Aegis, right?
Pierce's spell immunity.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, his
big
talents are
talent.
actually super strong. We're talking about the level 25, either -7 reality Rift Armor or
Plus
+2 second Chaos Bolt. So it's between 4 and 6, I believe, is the range. I mean, just imagine a
pretty good.
6-second stun when you're already level 25.
He went for the armor, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
He
so did you guys actually notice the difference between the minus armor, though? in a
They
game
just
like
did.
that?
The
I mean,
heroes
people-
just disappeared.
Yeah, they were dying so fast anyway. It was hard to notice. The stun is obviously, you feel it a little bit more
Right.
when you're watching, but maybe the minus
I mean,
armor
they had
is-
enough
is more
disables
effective.
anyway. That's not really.
It's true.
More of
Folks,
an interesting
we are
anecdote.
going to have Game 3 coming up pretty quickly here. But before that, let's take a look behind the scenes. This has been an awesome event here in Croatia. Dota Pit have done an amazing job with the stage behind us. Let's just learn a little more about behind the scenes, the inner workings, if you will. right. I have to say, this is my first time in Croatia, but it's been a lot of fun. A beautiful, beautiful
I've been a
hotel
couple of
here.
times.
Yeah, a couple times. Has Dota Pit always been at this same hotel, same area, or has it changed?
This is the first time.
First time here?
No, well, they've only had 2 LANs, right? So
Yeah.
the last one I
Okay,
was at in
that's
January
right.
was in this area. The actual venue was an arena, though. I did stay at this hotel, and I have
Beautiful
to say, this
hotel.
hotel is pretty ridiculous.
It's-
View is amazing. Weather's been great. A little bit colder last time. Last time I did go to actually see the sites with Split and whatnot. Do you know anything about Split? I don't know how it is in Croatia. Like, if you ask me about something like the Washington Monument, I'll be able to tell you a little bit.
Well, I don't know too much about
All
Split.
right, there's a palace here.
Yeah, there's an old palace.
It's pretty cool.
I don't
It's
know how it's
pretty cool.
pronounced. Diocletian,
Yeah,
maybe.
even if
some
you told
Roman
me, I wouldn't
emperor.
remember. Yeah, either way, very cool. This time, more intimate. I prefer this time, personally. I'm very introverted, as you guys can tell.
Yeah.
And just
Me
like
too.
I could
chilling.
never guess.
I enjoy it very much.
No, it's been awesome. There's also a casino. They have a poker tournament on Thursdays and Saturdays. I wanted to play, but we haven't finished in time to.
I have yet to even check it out
Yeah.
because I have
Me neither.
historically horrendous luck, actually, if you guys don't already know. My RNG,
Well, luckily for you, Shannon, Texas Hold'em is a skill game, not a luck game.
not
so-
for me. Okay? For me, that's an anomaly.
Okay.
It's a complete luck.
The
just
old
like
saying,
Hearthstone.
you play the player, not the cards, son.
All I
What's
remember
the
is my
most that you
21st.
won?
I'm not a big gambler. I'm not a big drinker. I'm a very boring guy. But 21st birthday, I went to Vegas for the first time, and
Had a peach Bellini and threw up.
strawberry daiquiri, but close. They give you a lot of free alcohol there, and I bet my entire bank account, which was $200 at the time. I was a very poor young boy, poor young lad, if you will, and I lost it in 2 hands, and I was very sad.
At poker.
And I drank a lot of cherry Coke after that.
Great.
That's where the love began, actually.
Wow.
That's where it all began.
Wow.
But generally speaking, I do have really bad luck.
I was expecting
say?
more of the hangover story.
No, I know my stories are kind of weird. They're not the typical frat boy type stuff because
Took the roofies.
If you've ever watched
Ended
What
up
the
in-
Duck story time, you'll know that Suns fan stories have their own flavor, we'll call it.
that's generous of you, Zaire. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
I'll
right.
take it as a compliment. I
It
guess.
is. It's a compliment,
Okay.
but polarizing indeed. But no, it's really been incredible. I'm glad we had the opportunity to come here. It's a beautiful hotel. I've got a little balcony in my room. Every morning I wake up, gaze across the Mediterranean.
It's nice.
It's
I actually
beautiful.
grew up in the Middle East, and during Desert Storm. You guys, nobody watching even knows what Desert Storm was. It was in 1992. I was like 7 years old, and we had to evacuate the Middle East in that time. Especially since I'm a foreigner, I'm just some white guy in the Middle East, for God's sake. So we had to evacuate, and we go to Cyprus, which is. Have you been to Cyprus before?
No.
It's supposed to be beautiful.
It's pretty close to here, and I lived there for 6 months. Went to school there as a first grader, I believe, and I came back with a British accent, actually. And the reason I'm bringing up that story is because Croatia, especially this side, reminds me a lot of Cyprus. It feels exactly the same. It's very nice. That's probably one of my favorite places I've ever visited. So
Yeah. I also remember that story that you didn't learn until you were 14 that Shannon is also a girl's name.
yeah, that was quite the shock when I moved to the U.S. 10 years old. But it worked out in the end because the internet is a vicious place, and having the name of Shannon in the U.S. really prepared me for life as an esports commentator. So
That's good. Like it's all come full circle, and here we are. I'm sure Twitch chat's being very nice to you right now.
they
I'm
always
sure.
are. They're
always
nice
are.
guys and gals.
Folks, Game 3, Liquid versus Vici, just about to get underway. The coin is being flipped. Well, I guess it's not really a flip. The sides are being chosen.
Did you know they put an automatic coin toss in the game?
Really?
Has this ever been announced?
No, I
Like,
missed that update.
I didn't know about it, and then I was looking in the game because I was hosting one of our tournament games, and it comes up as manual or automatic toss, and I'm like, let's just try this. Why not? It actually has a graphic of a coin with both teams on each side flipping. It's so cool.
That's pretty cool.
Remember?
Valve, you need to advertise
Remember
this.
before when admin was actually coin tossing? You could just say whatever you want. Like it was heads.
I would love for that to happen again, though. That's what people are clamoring for at TI. A physical coin
The
toss.
actual coin toss?
yeah, but
Okay.
for online tournaments,
That's a little harder.
Yeah.
Need
I think
to-
Lacoste is saying that the admins can say, oh, yes, it was heads.
Oh,
It was
I see.
tails.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, you
So
just get to call it
the
as
ref
the
can-
admin.
I see.
And now it's
So-
actually an official coin that you get to see, so there's no trickery.
I
right?
see.
Is that the?
You can always trust me as an admin, though. Lacoste. Even if this wasn't in the game, if you're doing manual, not even a roll or a flip,
why is that? Because your name is Shannon.
yeah, it's a trustworthy name.
Yes,
A guy with a gal's name, can't trust anything more than that.
Absolutely. Folks, game number 3. The draft starts now. Let's jump in and see what happens. Will Vici take this in a clean sweep, or will Liquid keep the series alive? We're about to find out.
Just realized half the things I say don't even make any remote sense whatsoever.
Welcome to my world.
We got the Earth Spirit band first here for Vici as they take the 2-0 lead to start this.
Actually, what I say makes sense, but I should not say it on the stream, but never mind.
Thank you. Thank you for filtering yourself for us, Lacoste.
5 seconds remaining.
All right, what are we expecting? Anything crazy? We're going to see
So-
another CK? You think we're going to get that band in the second phase, perhaps, or even the last phase?
I think there's a good chance. Beastmaster, Winter Wyvern, probably pretty high on the priority list. I'd be a little surprised if Team Liquid does not ban the Death Prophet. First pick is going the way of Vici, so they'll have a little more flexibility. DP does make it through as Viper and Beastmaster are the final bans.
Rubik. Okay, so last time I said that they shouldn't pick Bane against it, they did, so we're expecting a Bane now. They don't respect that. I mean, it's not like it's unpickable or anything, but it certainly makes the game a little bit more difficult.
Do you think Team Liquid may pick up the Death Prophet as a potential block pick?
Definitely. That's what I said, didn't I?
5 seconds remaining.
In last game?
Yeah. After the game number 1.
Team Liquid's turn to pick.
Gonna start out with the AA, so this I wouldn't call it a block pick, but a potential counter to a lot of very popular heroes. Like
Radiant team pick.
CK.
I mean, it does make you think twice, perhaps. If you're Vici and you want the Death Prophet right now, AA is definitely an effective support. Try to deal with the Banshee Queen. She is a Banshee.
I don't doubt it. Talking about Death Prophet, right?
Yes,
10
Death Prophet.
seconds
She's a Banshee.
Yeah.
So if it's
Is
not
she a Banshee?
broken, don't fix it,
5
right?
seconds
Go
remaining.
for DP.
Yeah, why not?
Night Stalker makes it through again. AA,
Of course,
Night
Spirit
Stalker.
Siphon is not nearly as good against AA, but I wouldn't call it a hard
Yeah,
counter by
but,
any means.
but against Night Stalker, you have that one hero that can actually dual lane. DP was picked to, if you have a, let's say, IO Tiny combos. With
the
first,
old IO Tiny.
Yeah, with the first Knight, I think DP can also survive the gank coming out from Night Stalker. EA, not really a mobile hero.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Well, Vici Gaming, next pick on the clock for them.
If they don't want the DP, what else could they be prioritizing here? Brewmaster also still available, something that they snagged in that first picking couplet last match.
Turn to battle.
And it's a clockwork.
Radiant team back.
Very early Clockwork, probably the position for. So we have the supports out of the way for the most part, unless we see something crazy come out.
Well, that's the same picks they had in the game number 1, right? The same opening.
They had Rubik DP, and then they third picked the Clockwork
Alright.
in game 1. But yeah, pretty close.
Team
So they
Liquid's
prioritize the
turn to
Clockwork
battle.
more so than DP right now.
It'll be interesting to see. I mean, worth mentioning, it could be the young 11 Clockwork. Haven't seen him play it yet, but there is that potential for a traditional offlane clock. Magnus and Furion now going to be taken out of the pool.
I don't know. I actually do
10
think they're not going to pick
seconds
DP,
remaining.
even if it's not banned. I think AA, now that I think about it, AA just mid to late game gets destroyed by this hero. You just get
Radiant
the
team
Ice Blast, you don't
back.
even have to care about the rest of the team. Just get it on DP because she's so hard to kill, but with that, not that hard. But, I mean, we'll see.
I don't think DP cares that much about the AA ulti. She just blows the ghosts, and I mean, she only heals after the damage is done.
Well, it's also through Spirit Siphon, though, with, like, Yules and
Oh,
whatnot.
yeah, that's true.
And there's the CK.
My
ban.
bad.
Remaining.
It's all good, Lacoste. I got you, bro.
So I think Vici are considering that dreaded anti-mage ban. He's made it thus far, and no, they take out the Life Stealer. Liquid will have an option to pick it now.
What happened to Spirit Breaker?
Where
First
did
day, it was like
Spirit Breaker
every
go?
single game, pick or ban, and now it just completely disappeared. We saw it as a 4 for the most part, which is what we're used to, and then one game we saw it as a 3.
Team pick.
And Doombringer. Okay. So an off-lane Doom, in all likelihood.
Yeah, offlane Doom not that strong anymore. Before, you bought Poor Man's Shield, had a lot of armor, a lot of tankiness. Also, creep spawned at 30
10
seconds. Now
seconds
they spawn at 1 minute mark. That's pretty huge
Yeah.
nerf for the Doom on
But
the lane.
the cast animations on all the creeps are 0.10 faster.
Whoa!
Gracious.
Whoa!
Huge.
Doom buffed.
I mean,
That's
that
a
Centaur
20%
stun,
change.
it's good stuff. But yeah, I agree. Doom is pretty underwhelming. I really want this hero to be good. But just it feels like it's just not consistent. Obviously, the most powerful single target spell in the game, but just get a bunch of Lincolns. So Vici might be thinking about heroes that can potentially pick up a Lincoln Sphere.
Bottom.
AM is actually, I would actually call AM amazing against Doom, because you get Lincolns and Ags. If you can get away with that, it's pretty dirty.
Vici have to be considering it here, and instead they go
Okay.
Wraith King.
All right then.
It's one of the heroes that does not care about the Doom, so Doom will have to find another target probably.
Yeah.
That's true. It is one of the classic picks against Doom.
Gotta love me some.
What do you
Wraith
think
King.
about the Raid King in general?
I love
His
10
skeleton
seconds
I love
remaining.
right now?
I mean, I haven't tried it myself, and in the games it's been a little bit underwhelming.
5 seconds remaining.
I like the fact that, well, from an ease of access standpoint, that you don't have to control the skeletons, no micro involved, but you can still kind of control them with the Wraith Fire Blast, which is cool. In terms of how strong they are, I have freaking no idea.
It definitely helps his early game. I don't know how well it scales. It does give him the ability to push maybe a little bit more easily.
He's the only one skill hero, right?
He doesn't have, he has 2 now.
Yeah, because the skeletons you
yeah.
can summon. So
Whoa.
technically
Exactly.
2 spells.
Technically.
But it summons
Too
units
much
you can't
too much
control.
micro.
So I don't know if that counts.
I mean, Viper was kind of the other one if you had autocast
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Poison, but
I-
other toxins now an ability.
I think with Wraith King, right, you look at his power curve, and it's always this strange, amazing in the lane, weak in the mid game, and then he swings back super hard once he gets 6 slotted. And I think the skeletons help extend that early game window a little bit, so his spikes aren't as extreme, but a little bit more
But
leveled out.
keep in mind, the big counter to Wraith King in this game is Devour on 1 skeleton.
Oh,
That's a
wow.
lot of gold for Doom, guys.
Well, and the other thing with Wraith King, I think changing his level 25 talent to have
That- yeah.
Reincarnation cost no mana to 20 is a huge buff.
Yeah, you just stole my words. Also, the Diffusal Blade nerf, you don't see that much Diffusal anymore, especially
true.
on the melee carries, so that's also one of the nerfs to Diffusal, buff to a Raid King.
See what direction Team Liquid wants to go with this. So they have the ganking 4 from Night Stalker. They have the Doom that just sits there and eats creeps. He kind of aggress. All right, this might be a push then. So
The
we got Lycan.
Lycan.
Got the Matumba Men Lycanthrope.
Yep,
Lycan.
that's the... We can all call it old school combo, right? Lycan with the Howl, double duration during the night, so they can play super aggressively,
That's
helps
true.
Doom
10 seconds
in the lane as well. Gives him that tankiness that he need.
5 seconds remaining.
Have not seen Lycan touched yet this tournament, I don't think.
If only there was a hero that could turn it to daytime.
That's what they need to add to Coddle.
Nah, he's already too good, even though we haven't seen him picked. I don't want that hero to be good anymore.
Yeah. Not a fun pup hero to play against, that's for sure. On the side of Vici, looks like they're going to need another set of cores, most likely, depending on what that clockwork is. I think we'll probably see a support or an offlaner picked up here.
I think it's time for Liquid to just go all night strat, go for the Luna.
I'm wrong, they take the DP.
Alright, so they end up taking it.
The staple here for Vici.
What do you guys think of my strat?
Sorry, what was the strat?
Luna. Nighttime. Nighttime heroes.
Oh,
Slark is also there, but Luna's better.
10
Where do you
seconds
put Luna?
remaining.
Luna is
greedy. Very greedy.
super
5
short-range
seconds
hero.
remaining.
Can't really lane on mid. Then if you put it on a safe lane, you have Lycan on mid, which is pretty garbage
You
against
play
the DP.
Luna as the mid, and you go Spellcaster Luna Aghanim Scepter. You put it on
Ooh,
Doom,
it's a
'cause he
no.
won't die.
The Aghanim Scepter Luna sounds great until you remember how long the cooldown is on that ult, and she does basically nothing outside of the ultimate if you get Aghanims.
That's a lot. You get the mini stunts now, man. On that talent, so good.
I'm not saying it can never work, it's just very one-dimensional.
I mean, Matumba Man's the one that's going to be playing the Lycan, right? So we're thinking of a miracle hero.
Radiant team back.
What's good against DP in a theoretical 1v1 matchup if that's where he ends up going?
Well, she is pretty notorious as a lane dominator.
How's Razor this game?
That's actually what I was just about to say. I mean, DP can still farm because she has Crypt
10
Swarm, but
seconds remaining.
just the nature of Spirit Siphon, you can usually
5
steal a lot of
seconds
damage.
remaining.
Kind of an interesting
Radiant
dynamic.
team
The
pick.
Broodmother, nice final ban here from Vici.
Yeah, I think I kind of like the Razor right now.
Why not Panda once again? Just go
Brewmaster.
go with
Panda
go
for
with it. It's
Vici?
good, yeah.
Yeah, it worked well for him last game. More good team fights.
They
good
don't
Death
have
Prophet.
too much to control that brew. Like an AA provide none. You don't want to doom the brew pretty much. You want to have that on DP. And he can easily control the Lycan with the Cyclone.
Yeah, I like that.
He's really good on the laning stage as well. Cripples Lycan's farm.
Yeah, I could go with the brew. But I feel like I'm always okay with the brew. I just like that hero. I feel like he's almost always a good pick.
They could also still take Puck.
What happened to Marana?
Yeah. Where did she go? You're right. Marana was that kind of first pick, even banned in some games, and she's just been pretty much ignored for this series. They grabbed the Bat Rider instead.
And not really a save for the lasso target, so that's definitely going to benefit Vici as far as initiation is concerned.
Yeah.
And
Bat Rider Clockwork, you know, you have a little bit of scouting potential there, some natural synergy.
I don't know. I still like Razor for Liquid. The new passive, Unstable Current, changed a bit. Still has the movement speed aspect, but will damage in an AoE just in intervals, but also slow. So
Is Terror Blade too greedy for Liquid?
Terror Blade.
It's not. I mean, you want to have those two
They're going to get greedy
late game.
regardless.
It's the Slark.
Hey,
heroes,
it's nighttime,
yeah.
man. I knew it was going to be one of the two. So Slark, Lycan, Night Stalker. Nighttime is their friend. Nighttime is the right time if you're Liquid right now.
I will say, though, very heavy melee lineup against Clockwork. Kind of scary. Tends to be an area where he shines. Also Death Prophet, right? A lot of melee heroes clumped up. More AoE damage.
Yeah, also 4 against the Bat Rider. This doesn't sound right.
Yeah. Well, anytime somebody picks a Slark, it's always questionable. There's always that question in your mind, like, is this really a good pick? In theory, it is sometimes, but in reality, maybe not.
I don't know. So last time Liquid did this, they brought out a hero we hadn't seen. They absolutely dominated, so maybe a repeat with the Lycan, but I have to say, fellas, I am liking this Vici draft quite a bit.
In the all 3 series, Liquid lineup kind of looks shaky. It's like missing something, missing synergy. Besides Lycan and Night Stalker, I don't think there is any.
It
Lycan,
really
Night Stalker, and Slark, don't forget.
feels like they're lacking control, though. I mean, Doom is a big one, but in terms of just traditional spammable stuns, I don't know.
Yeah, I like Vici. I just can't picture Liquid losing 3-0, so I'm going to go with Liquid. The nighttime strat, guys.
All right. Well, you've heard it from us. Let's see what the casters think. Game 3, what could be the last match of the tournament. If this is a clean sweep, we're handing it over to Mott and Trent Pax once more.
Thanks, Zyor. You're absolutely right. This is Game 3, and Vici Gaming are up 2-0 in a crazy best-of-5 final as of right now. And, well, Liquid, they're going to go for the Lycan. And as you said, Trent, during the draft, this is pretty much Matumba Man saying, give me this hero. It's time to go.
Yeah, a little bit of a comfort pick here, and time to play some Darkness Dota. We got a Slark, we got a Night Stalker, we got a Lycan. They're going to try and abuse that vision.
Oh, Kuro.
Kuro abused here once more.
Yeah, the Wraith Fire Blast has started off an easy first blood. We've seen this before from Vici Gaming in Game 1 where they found Miracle in the mid lane. They're going to do the same this time on the opposite side of the map, going from Radiant to Dire. First blood will be taken, and they will grab some runes as
All
well.
day today, they have just smoked mega aggressively. Like all 6 games that they've been forced to play.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, my friend, at this point.
I'm going to have to concur with you here. The laning stage here. Very curious how this is all going to pan out here. We got a Slark who tends to need maybe a little bit of assistance in that earlier lane, trying to get to level 6 before you want to leave him alone, but he's up against one of the best heroes for him in the Bat Rider. This always used to be seen as one of those counters to the sticky napalm to help dispel that off. And then the question becomes, how much help can Mind Control now get from the supports because of that? Is that where GH is going to go to provide a bit of assistance?
I mean, we'll see where they move for now, but this Bat Rider is going to be an interesting pick for Young 11. This has been the MVP pretty much for most of the day. For most of the tournament has been Young 11, and I don't see anything today to say otherwise, at least in this best-of-5 series. Obviously, in that best-of-3 earlier, he played very well, but this best-of-5, he's looked great, even after a rough start in both the tied game and the last game on the Brewmaster as well. So for now, he will get Tri-Lane against. We saw this in game number 2, where he had a couple of deaths, and might start off to be the same again. They're going to run at him. GH coming in. They've got the Void. Top lane, Young 11 getting caught. They have the Chilling Touch coming out, but I don't think they have the damage. They weren't in position with the Slark. Miracle wasn't quite there. He hasn't skilled anything up to begin with, so they won't find second blood, but they will put some pressure on this young 11 Bat Rider.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about the era of the older offlaners, these guys that were expected to battle against 3 heroes all the time, like the Darkseer, like the Bat Rider, and this is what you used to do. You try and pressure them level 1, much weaker in those cases before you have that second skill up, in this case the Firefly, to be extra survivable. But young 11 now playing very aggressively here.
Yeah, he's very far up at this point. Miracle, Isaac Quelling Blade still has the wand to work with, and the sticky napalms will stack that wand up. We'll keep our eyes there. Fenrir was being aggressive over here on this Clockwork, just trying to push this Doom out into the jungle. So Mind Control already forced inside his own jungle at this point.
Too. Ori also being pressured here.
Has the Spirit Siphon. Only one tangle left, trying to get to a salve. Fenrir's coming in just trying to harass, but it is going to be the Matema Man mid Lycan as well. So he's already up to 10 last hits too. Very good start from Matema Man in this mid lane right now.
Yeah, getting a little bit of help early on here from the Night Stalker. Not really much GH can do to impact the lanes in terms of like easy kill potential once they failed the level 1 gank on the Bat Rider. So they're just trying to get those early levels on the Lycan. Very similar to Timbersaw these days, right? Where you want that second point and your nice regen skill. Top young 11. Maybe not expecting to see a Doom there, but he will survive with level 2 here.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was. Mind Control has been in the jungle for a while now. He was forced out by Fenrir from the other side of the map, essentially from bottom back towards top. So Mind Control is just trying to find whatever he can get at this point. Well, the rest of the heroes lane. So essentially it's a free lane bottom at this point, right, for Paparazzi, which is something he got last game, and they absolutely balled out of control. Although he's on a Wraith King now, perhaps maybe a little bit easier to control rather than with the no cleave to deal with the Wraith King, or excuse me, the CK in the last game.
And some smaller plays happening across the map up against this Night Stalker too. Well, first off, he's going to run right past Fenrir. But he's pretty tanky.
Yep.
A little bit of help here
He was
from
at
Ori,
full
though,
HP.
and a DD rune.
Yeah, it is. Plus the Spirit Siphon at level 2. This is going to be a kill. So just like that, Ori rotates over, and they find it with a good set
Top
of
lane
cogs.
as well, young 11. Oh,
He is getting chased down, but he's able to make it away. He has Boots of Speed. Kuroki was coming in. He's going to get burned down. Chilling Touch will go. Young 11, one auto attack gets the kill, and the Dark Pact is not enough. Young 11 flying through the trees, up and down cliffs at this point, and he will survive, and now up to 800 gold as well.
Wow, amazing use of the terrain there. But down bottom lane, what was happening was Lana was stealing those bounty runes from GH. He was going around using the telekinesis, very cutesy stuff he can do on Rubik these days, and that's why he's still level 1, wandering around when he died and continuing to do so as he's trying to hunt for some bounty runes that aren't being stolen by Lana.
So this first night might be a bit tough for GH, but we'll wait and see. It's still 3.5 minutes in, but in the meantime, for now, both safe lanes going rather well for Liquid and Vici Gaming. You have the Slark sitting at 21 last hits, the Wraith King also sitting at 21 bottom, and finally the Doom rotates back in. He's level 2. He's tried to jungle a little bit, but I don't know how much Mind Control is going to get out of this lane, as Young 11 is now level 4 in the top lane.
Well, Fenrir again going to find GH, but with no help from his mid this time. Not too easy to kill, and he just gives a cog over to GH for 20 gold. That's nice.
Thank you very much. Give me that money.
Oh, be careful, though.
Yeah, it is nighttime. 4-minute rune. He tried going for the bounty, but that's going to be picked up instead by...
He's a lot safer at night, too, now. He can play a bit more aggressively with the Hunter in the night.
Yep.
Able to flee from this
Ooh,
Clockwork.
bottom lane getting caught, and actually was body blocked by Paparazzi. Shouldn't matter, though. He does have the Shockwave. Can he go for it? Mind Control, he's trying to get in the room. He's got that ward. The Shockwave will hit. Mind Control. The snipe was there. Beautifully done.
Very, very nice with the vision there. And they even find a haste rune for GH, so maybe things will start to turn in the nighttime. This is what the draft is built around here for Liquid. But it's only going to be a little bit of harass here. GH has to be careful. Again, he has that
Hunter
flight,
in the
though.
night. See ya.
Yeah.
He had a haste rune, too. Not even worried. So he'll chase in. He'll try to get some more vision, just moving around, trying to harass Ori at this point. He actually has like no mana left in the mid lane, but top lane, maybe. They're pushing into the tower, but Young 11's just going to take this farm for now. On the other side, Fenrir and Lanham sitting together. They're going to smoke, but we'll see if they move together and try to find something. Level 2 for Fenrir, so he's
Young
got the battery
11,
resulting cogs.
he has a ward up here that has spotted this rotation. They're going to try and backstab onto GH, it looks like. Or possibly mid here, too, is Matema Man coming down into the river. So that'll be the play instead.
Yeah, and now GH knows he's been spotted. The sticky napalm will come out in mid lane. Here's the action. The telekinesis lift will come through. They've got the cogs. The wolves, it's a cog pushback. They don't lock him down. The spirits have been fadeable. It might be enough. No shapeshift. He's got 10 wand charges, though. Still in trouble. Cryptswarm coming out. Another spirit siphon.
Oh, the
Is
body
it enough
blocks from the
damage? It's
wolves.
so close. He's going to maybe try to deny himself. Very close. Good attempt there from Matema Man, but Lanham is finally able to secure that kill. It was way too close for comfort, but they will get it done nonetheless.
Really great use of the vision there from the side of Vici Gaming, just understanding where all the supports were and most importantly where they weren't. It's like a focus down man now, bottom lane.
He doesn't have the Scorched Earth. He does have the Satyr in his cell, but he gets crit by Paparazzi. Now the Wraith Fire Blast. Lanham, no abilities. He doesn't have enough mana, but plenty of damage is being done. The stick charge will save his life, at least for now. Lanham still looking for him, chasing him down into the trees. The Wraith Fire Blast will finish it up and get a double kill for Paparazzi, who again continues to just roll out of control in this best of 5 series.
These days, Wraith King just feels like he counters Doom at every facet of the game. You want to Doom me? I got Reincarnation. You want to sit in my lane? You got 1 armor. I'm going to crit you for 220 at 6 minutes into the game.
Exactly. Ooh, the double stout shield for the Lycan, by the way. I don't know if you saw this, but that's great.
I did not.
That's something, wow.
Some ancient axe strats right there. Head to the jungle, my friend.
I don't know if we're playing Dota 1. I don't know what's going on here, but Matamba Man has the double
Radiant
stout shield. He has treads now, too. I don't even know what to make of this.
Well, it's a level 6 for Miracle up top. The important time for a Slark, so Young Lemon has to be a little bit cautious here.
He's good. Cold feet, but he is Fireflied up. He's just going to take the creep wave. Now chasing after Miracle. Perhaps he wants the siege creep. That's what he really wants. Dark Pact. The tower will get it instead. Meanwhile, TPing out just to go home. And, I mean, it feels pretty... I mean, it's 6-1 right now for Vici. And they're going to find more. This might be a 7th kill going the way, too.
He's holding on to that Hunter of the Night, though.
Yeah, he's waiting. Telekinesis, but I don't think it's going to matter. He's going to try to use it there. But the battery assault didn't even need the cogs coming in from Vici Gaming.
Really smart from Fenrir not to put those out. He could have just ended up blocking off his own team, of course, and helping the escape there. Hence why he was holding on to it there from GH.
Although Mind Control will find Lana, but it's just some harass. Scorched Earth. Maybe he gets this kill in the mid lane. Looks like he is going to chase him down. Infernal Blade is back up at 8. Oh, the Tornado, let's go. And the Wolves. A lot of has to come back in, but GH is there to secure it. Silence, making sure Ori can't save his squad.
They will body have the blocks and micro from Matamba Man.
Shift coming in. Ori, he's got Spirit Siphon and Exorcism, but he might get dropped here. It's a lot of damage coming in, especially from Matamba Man, and that's going to be another kill for Liquid. Finally getting back into the game. The Firefly coming in. They want you. They shouldn't be able to find him, though. He can get up to the cliff. He does have that lasso ready, looking for GH, who has the Hunter in the Night. He's going to fly across the river, thinking about it, avoiding the flame break at the last second. Now it's daytime. Young 11 is still on the hunt. They have Fenrir cutting off the path of the retreat as well. Telekinesis to bring him back, just making sure he doesn't get that Invis rune. GH, though, still on the run. 10 wand charges. Might be able to make it away. Fenrir is pretty speedy with battery assault. It's onto the tower. The cogs push back the flame break. Shouldn't be enough damage, especially with the stick charges coming out from GH here.
Maybe a bit greedy, not wanting to use the lasso there from Young 11, as they're going to miss it on that kill, but as long as they can turn it into a bigger kill soon, then it'll all have been worth it. Meanwhile, Miracle does grab that tower, so quite a bit of gold now heading the way of the Dire.
Yep. And they have an advantage. And it is 7-3, so those 2 kills mid, really, really helpful for Liquid there, bringing down Ori, especially Matamba Man getting involved. But, I mean, Miracle's just farming away again. We've seen this before. He is now top in the net worth, 600 ahead of the Wraith King, but Vici Gaming are grouping up, maybe looking for a Tier 1 tower push here, Trent.
Of course, Slark, that's Shadow Blade, the big item, so until he has it, Miracle not really wanting to join in on anything, only if there's a really good TP rotation possibility.
There it is, Exorcism coming out, Mind Control. He has the raindrops to help for now. He's also pretty tanky with the Scorched Earth to heal him back up, but can they deny the tower is the question. They cannot. Ori will get the last hit with the Exorcism, and that will push them back for now. In the meantime, top lane, Young 11 gets a solo kill as he has the Firefly coming out. Lasso was used as well, so Kuro gives his life away, but back towards mid. Exorcism still going, Mind Control, stick charges, but Fenrir, he uses his own, and that will be enough to keep him alive.
And it brought Miracle down here. Unable to get anything, too, so a little bit of wasted time for our Slark, who desperately wants that Shadow Blade. Doesn't want to take any of the farm away from Matamba Man here, so he's just going to start leaping his way back to the jungle.
Yeah.
And Kuro's in a bit of a precarious spot up here. He has to throw some cold feet, trying to keep Young 11 off of him. Does not want to go down here once again.
Yeah, he just died once. Really wants that level 6, and they're finally giving him that experience in the top lane, getting that Ice Blast is priority.
GH2 down bottom, trying to get there too. So they have that instant use of the darkness plus the howl once Matamba Man gets into those levels.
We'll see how important these support levels are going to be for Liquid. They still have the top net worth farmer in the Slark. Wraith King looking to build in Radiance after he has that Blade Mail, so it's going to be a while before the Wraith King gets to that point, but Radiance could be a big item for Paparazzi as he makes these skeletons from the Mortal Strike, and they're going to work on this Tier 1 tower bottom.
Oh man, Kuro just immediately jumped on by Ori up here.
Yeah, top lane, Spirit Siphon. Kuro's getting low, he will drop down. That'll do it for him.
It's a prequel to level 25.
Yeah.
Hasted Exorcism will just be a natural part of the game. Blink Dagger purchased up here. Another nice reason why you can kind of go for this Blade Mail build on Paparazzi. Top lane, Ori, he's grabbed by Miracle.
He just missed the pounce there. One more auto attack. Miracle just does not have the attack speed, didn't have the damage. He just missed that pounce. Bottom lane, Wraithfire Blast, but Mind Control is near the tier 2 tower. Shouldn't need to worry too much. Doesn't have enough mana for Doom, but again, not really wanting to Doom Paparazzi. Here comes Matumba Man, however. He's going to try to find a fight. Looking for Lanham. Plenty of damage done just by the Summon Wolves. Telekinesis has come through. There's the hookshot. They need the cogs. They will push him back. They get the stun with the Wraithfire Blast. They really want this kill, and they're going to find it. But now Matumba Man has to hightail it out of there. The Ice Blast did miss. It's time to back away. A successful kill from Matumba Man, but it took a little bit longer perhaps than they would have liked.
Yeah, see if they can turn this into anything else. They do have that big rotation possibility from Miracle now. Just needs a TP to go with the Shadow Blade, and he will be all set. Now eyeing up the Echo Saber as well for himself. So I do love the build from Paparazzi. The Blade Mail is so good against both Lycan and Slark. You know, you want Slark just feasting on him for the stats. Not quite as easy with that Blade Mail available.
They pop the Darkness. They'll rotate back mid. Just trying to get some more farm from Matumba Man, who is working on a Necro 1. Very good item as we've seen recently, but let's see if it can do enough here. But already a lot of good vision here from Vici. I mean, this area is just essentially all Vici's here.
Smoke with a Blink Lasso here. Blink still on cooldown for 3 more seconds. Really don't want to get popped yet. And the illusions might give a false sense of security here. And oh no, your smoke is still up!
Your smoke is up.
Ooh, the
And
nerves perhaps getting the Lanham a little bit here.
Miracle's going to run right in, breaks the smoke from Young 11. He's looking to fight this. GH is going to run through as well. There's the void. The Ice Blast, can it hit onto 2? It will miss onto most, but the Doom comes out into Ori. That's the most important thing. The Chilling Touch, he's getting blown away. He's down. Paparazzi will pop the Blade Mail, doing a lot of damage to Miracle. Back up for now. They're going to lose the Reincarnation, perhaps more as well. Hookshot coming in. Fenrir wants to save his ranking. That's a 4-man Cogs coming in from Fenrir. He will give his life, though. And can they chase Paparazzi any further? Matumba Man, he's got shapeshift up in 15. There's the Cold Feet, the Inferno Blade. Miracle looking for more. 4 dead. It's about to be all 5. Paparazzi still getting chased. He'll pop the Blade Mail, but he can't do anything. A triple kill for Miracle. All 5 down for Vici. There it is. Finally, Liquid get the fight they want, even with that 4-man Cogs from Fenrir.
I mean, I can give you some style points, but I can't give you any gold or experience for that. I mean, that was just pretty unlikely. I guess he thought he might be able to save the Rubik and the Wraith King there, plus pick up that kill on GH, but in the end, not going to be worth it there. There's a lasso.
He has to lasso in order to stay alive, but I don't even think that'll do it, as Matumba Man can still run with the shapeshift. That is the Necro making its appearance here, and at a solo kill from Matumba Man at 13.5 minutes into the game.
All right, this is the Liquid we've been looking for in this final series. But again, it feels like this game, maybe not necessarily too one-sided heading to later stages, but definitely scary for both parts. Like Ori on this DP, we've seen it already. He's trying to go for some volleyball plays here.
It's going to miss. They might get the kill anyway. The silence came in from GH, the crippling fear during nighttime. Too much to deal with. That is another giant pick. Liquid are starting to fire on all cylinders. They have a slight advantage, looking for more up in this top lane. Paparazzi, no reincarnation, 117 seconds. There's a lot of heroes here.
Some great vision as well, spotting these rotations. They know there's at least 3 here.
Miracle needs some more help right now, but nobody's in the vicinity. Another Ice Blast in about 8 seconds. Maybe that'll be enough. They want Lanham. He might find it.
Just got 6 too.
Dark Pack coming out. Miracle just gets an easy solo kill. They don't need the Ice Blast, and they will miss the hookshot from Fenrir.
Yeah, Miracle is able to kind of scout it out with that ward once again.
All right, Trent, all of a sudden, Liquid, they're getting things going here. They need to take some towers. They have the tier 1 top taken, but the bottom lane, that's next on the checklist, it looks like, as they're all going to move down to this bottom lane.
Dire are scanning.
And they have the
an
scan
exorcism,
successful,
yeah.
too. They want to go for this. They're all
Could
kind
they
of
send the Wolves maybe on the next respawn in behind there, try and scout it out?
Oh, man. Everybody from Liquid is coming in, just trying to make sure they can take control of this. But guess what? Young 11 will TP out. They know that they can't fight right now. They cannot defend this, especially without Reincarnation, which is up in a minute. And this tower will go down. They'll also move mid with Miracle, too. Maybe they can find another tier 1 in that mid lane.
Yeah, him and GH just best buds right now, holding hands through the Radiant jungle. Some nice flares from Fenrir have scouted them out, and he's going to take this time to now place some vision over on that Dire side, try and scout what's up around the Ancients as they force down the top tier 1. So some positive stuff here from VG Gaming, but overall Liquid kind of going their way with this game. We do have to look in towards Roche, I suppose, though. Not really a threat for the Radiant to take it, at least without committing the exorcism, whereas the Dire is quite a bit easier.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with the Necros, with the Lycan coming
Hook
out.
shots here.
They have it ready. Dark Pact will come out. He uses the Shadow Blade. Detection-wise, I don't think they have anything. No detection on these supports.
That's, yeah, it's been around for a while, so bit of a mistake there. And
11 is going to go down. It's another solo kill for Miracle. He's unstoppable. When he gets going like this, it's tough to deal with him at this point in the game.
Kuro is in deep right now.
See this ward? I think they saw it too. Paparazzi is running right towards it. Here he comes though, the Shapeshift coming out. He does have the reincarnation. Hookshot will go on to 2. Nicely done for Femmer. Maybe they get something done this time. They have the Ice Blast and he's just going to suicide again. Paparazzi getting chased down, but again, he's got that reincarnation. They want to burn it down, but Tumba Man, he's in deep. He's at the tier 4 towers. He will finally grab it. But it's already 3 dead on top of it all. Young 11 with the solo kill earlier and 2 more, including Ori. They're at the tier 3 Liquid. They're trying to get back into this series, down 2-0. They want to get at least 1 game here. The tier 3 they will back up for now. The Necro Archer's now down. Miracle sitting, waiting for somebody to come out. TPing away is going to be Kuro. Maybe they feel a bit more comfortable now. Miracle is looking for this solo kill, Trent.
Necro 3 has been finished up on my
Here he goes.
Too.
Oh, never mind. I thought he might go in with the help of Ice Blast, but it's no mana coming in from Kuro, so.
Got to keep the aggression going, though. Pedal to the floor. Keep this up. Maybe eye up that Roshan again. A little bit easier with the Necro 3 if they want to bring that out. Ideally, try and save it for after, too, but the next nighttime, 3 minutes away here. Also pretty far away from GH's ultimate, so he's just chilling in the jungle, farming up into a medallion, again, to help that Roche, just to help these general team fights, give some armor up against the DP.
Man.
Plenty of good reasons to have it.
This Shadow Blade for Miracle is doing so much work. However, he might be spotted here if he's not careful. In fact, he is going to be as soon as they walk around this corner. Or not, he's just going, ring around the rosy. Finally, they will see him. Dark Pact Pounce misses. He will spell steal the Pounce, and now he's in trouble. Hookshot coming out. There's the silence as well.
Is there seriously no detection
Dark
still?
Pact coming in. Oh, Lanham is just going to die. I think they have the Shadow Dance. Ice Blast might hit onto 3 here. It will. It's onto 4. Kuro with a beautiful Ice Blast, and now Liquid are going to overrun them at this point. The ensnare onto Young 11. They have Matuma Man chasing on the other side of the fight. They've got all the summons going to work, and this is trouble. Vici have to get back in their base. Ori getting chased down the Spirit Siphon, and Matumba is going to dive the tier 4s once more, but he won't be able to get the kill, not yet anyway. He will finally back up. They will grab 2 at the very least. Now Fenrir's going to get caught. Matumba Man's going to chew him down with these auto attacks. The Necro Archer blowing him away as well. 3 dead. Vici Gaming, oh, Kerr with a beautiful Ice Blast from, I think, top lane to start it off.
You don't get 3 passes on no detection. And I know you're in the fountain because you keep dying. So there's not really a good excuse. I know the Courier had the sentries there, but just brutal right now from Liquid. Unrelenting.
They need their detection so bad. They finally have some sentries up for Vici Gaming. They put one down there, but he has been doing so much work with this Shadow Blade. Level 14, a 9K advantage for Liquid. He is almost up to 10K net worth himself, now working on a Lincoln Sphere. When he already has the Shadow Blade, when he already has the Echo Saber too.
Yeah, and I mean, he knows, like, he saw the sentry on the high ground, obviously, because it was being dewarded, so he just knows how to get far enough away from it, and then they don't have another sentry to go, and it's brutal. He's just scouting out that whole time for his team. The vision game, we've talked about it during nighttime and how important that is for Liquid, but also just in general, he helps deward because he's a Slark. They have the wolves everywhere. He just solo kills Rubik instantaneously with his ulti.
I mean, he's trying to solo kill Paparazzi, and he's doing a pretty good job of it as well. Dark Pact will come in as the Wraithfire comes through. They have the Cold Feet. It won't latch the Ice Blast. It looks like he will just sidestep it. He's in the tree line. Young 11's going to get caught. The Cold Feet, he might make it out. He just barely will. But in the meantime, 11 getting chased down. Godlike Miracle Spree having a double kill there, and the tier 2 tower on top of it in Liquid. They will not be denied in game number 2. 20 minutes in, and they're looking for more.
Oh, certainly wasn't expecting a sweep the way of Vici Gaming, and it looks like Liquid not going to allow that to happen.
Lanham is going to get killed again. Mind Control to finish him off, but Miracle the one to do most, if not all, of the damage.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Liquid will take the tier 3 tower, first of the game, and perhaps the racks No Lottom for a little bit. Hook shot. Dark packed it off by Miracle, able to get away, and Fenrir's left out in the open. Another Ice Blast, and Fenrir will walk right into it as the Cold Feet will latch. The Wraith Fire Blast can be a pop. Rotzi's got to do something, or he pops the Exorcism. They might get mind control out of this, but that's it for now. They dust up, but too little too late. Miracle's already outside the range. Kuroki, he will fall. The Ul Scepter as he TP'd out, almost making it away, but not quite lucky enough for him to get out. Miracle is going to find Lottom, and another Shadow Dance coming in. A double kill still for him. He doesn't pick up the batting rune on the way out, deciding it might not be worth it. Will pounce away further. Young 11 has Blink it too. Lasso's ready to go, but he pops the Shadow Blade, and they're going to go right back at them with Exorcism down now here in just a couple of moments. Here comes Miracle. Young 11, can he get out the Echo Saber? They've got the lead coming in, and Matumba Man is in.
He's been here for so long.
Purged up, slowed down, and they've got the slapping from the Lycan Claws. 2 dead. It's about to be 3. That's just reincarnation, but I don't see him living much longer as well. Paparazzi getting absolutely destroyed. Fenrir, I don't care how many 2 or 3-man cogs you can hit, you're not going to save your Wraith King this time around. And in fact, it is just all over for Vici in game number 3. GG is called. Outstanding performance from Liquid, and Miracle especially here in game 3, Trent.
A 21-minute GG, not something we have been seeing at Dota Pit whatsoever. Completely run over. The Matumba Man like it. Okay, well, maybe it might have been the Miracle Slark who really had the slaps going this game. But, yeah, give me my hero. Let's see what I can do. And it was done. This was the Liquid we've been looking for. And Vici game just kind of, crumbling. Falling apart there in comparison to the first 2 games.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, they made that look easy, but they still have a long road to go here for Liquid. I mean, that's just game 1 for them in terms of their wins. They still need to get another game to tie it up and then get that, of course, 3rd game to get that victory. So
this was another game of bigger cooldowns, too. I mean, even just the reincarnation early on in the game, the first couple lassos didn't go too well. In fact, they really didn't have that, smoke, blink, oh, we got a big core, let's do something with Exorcism. That's kind of stuff we're looking for. That was why it was so shocking in game 1 and game 2, how well they were playing with those big ultis. Very impressive stuff from Vici Gaming. This is kind of more often what you tend to see, at least in the past year or so with these bigger ulti drafts. It's that pressure to get stuff done that tends to lead a team to failure. So finally, an early game lineup succeeds. Team Liquid, the ones to do it.
yeah.
I wonder if we'll see something similar in game 4. Are we going to see an anti-mage? Are we going to go back to these big ulti cooldowns? Find out more when we return.
We will take a break. Stick around, guys. We're coming right back.
Get the alpha, be the alpha.
With the Strafe Esports app, follow your favorite teams and players, and you'll never miss a match again. Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.